Bronny James has been in the basketball spotlight for years. How good or bad is Bronny James actually? This question has been on the minds of basketball fans and analysts for years. As the son of the legendary LeBron James, there are huge expectations and a lot of hype around him. But the reality of his potential NBA career has sparked a lot of debate. In this video, we're going to explore Bronny's journey from being a high school star to facing challenges during his first year at USC, and his bold decision to enter the 2024 NBA Draft. We'll look at his strengths, weaknesses, and whether his famous last name will help him secure a spot in the NBA. In the end, you'll see if Bronny James can overcome the challenges and make it to the NBA, or if he'll remain in his father's shadow. Let's start by looking at Bronny's high school career and how he got to this point. Bronny James was born on October 6, 2004 in Cleveland, Ohio, to NBA superstar LeBron James and his wife Savannah. From an early age, Bronny played multiple sports, including basketball and soccer. His father guided him away from football and ice hockey due to the risk of injuries. Basketball eventually became his main focus. By the time he was 10 years old, scouts were already interested in him, and he received offers from top programs like Duke and Kentucky before he even became a teenager. But how did Bronny James handle the pressure of being a top recruit from such a young age?
James Jr. is a fourth grader who just happens to be really good at basketball and whose father just happens to be one of the greats. But his father, King James, is asking college coaches to back off and let his kid be one.
Bronny's basketball journey followed his father's career moves. He played for the Miami City Ballers when LeBron was with the Miami Heat, then at Old Trail School in Cleveland when LeBron returned to the Cavaliers. Eventually, they moved to California when LeBron joined the Lakers, and Bronny attended Crossroads School in Santa Monica. During his middle school years, Bronny developed his skills and prepared for his high school career at Sierra Canyon School. One of the top private basketball schools in the country. At Sierra Canyon, Bronny played alongside some of the best young basketball talents. Despite the intense media attention and high expectations, he managed to hold his own. In his freshman year, Bronny averaged 4.1 points in 15 minutes per game, coming off the bench for a team led by top recruits Brandon Boston Jr. and Zaire Williams. Sierra Canyon finished the season with a 30-4 record. Although Bronny's contribution was modest, it showed his potential. After his freshman year, he was listed as a 4-star recruit and was projected as a late first-round pick by sports analysts like 24/7 Sports and ESPN. His sophomore year was tough due to the COVID-19 pandemic and a meniscus injury that kept him from playing any official games. However, he came back strong in his junior year. Bronny played as a guard alongside senior teammates Amari Bailey and Kijani Wright. He showed significant improvement, averaging almost 9 points, over 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.8 steals per game in 29 appearances. His overall game and active defense helped him regain some of the promise he showed early on. But his prospect ranking dropped to the late second round. Bronny's senior year was his most successful. He became one of the main players for Sierra Canyon, averaging 14 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and nearly 2 steals per game. Despite Sierra Canyon losing in the regional finals to Notre Dame High School, Bronny's performances earned him invitations to prestigious events like the McDonald's All-American Game and the Nike Hoop Summit. His skills, especially his defense and basketball IQ, were clear, and his prospect rank improved, making him a late first round or early second round pick. Bronny decided to attend the University of Southern California, USC, for his college career. Unfortunately, his start at USC was far from smooth. In July 2023, Bronny suffered a cardiac arrest during practice due to a congenital heart defect.
Bronny James, a basketball star himself, collapsed and went into cardiac arrest.
So listen to this, okay? Get ambulance here now. Okay, all right, sir. All right, sir. I'm gonna send help
The
there.
heart issue meant Bronny missed out on an important time for player development, the summer between high school and the start of college basketball. He couldn't join the team on their Euro tour, which was a key time for bonding and adjusting to the college level. Bronny only returned to the court halfway through the season in a game against Long Beach State. When he got back, Bronny struggled to find his form. His freshman year at USC was disappointing. He mostly played a limited role off the bench and didn't meet expectations on offense. His shooting percentages were low, 36% from the field, under 28% from three-point range, and just 62% from the free throw line. These numbers suggest that Bronny was mentally struggling, likely due to his health scare. Despite these struggles, he showed some positive signs, particularly in his passing and defense. He averaged almost a steal per game in 20 minutes of play. Bronny's decision to stay in the draft, despite his freshman struggles, was a bold move. His agent, Rich Paul, emphasized that Bronny's development plan and the team's commitment were crucial factors in their decision. Bronny's name and potential alone might be enough to secure him a spot in the NBA. Recent reports indicate that Bronny will be practicing with the Phoenix Suns and LA Lakers, with both teams showing interest in the young guard.
Yeah, Bronny James has over 10 workout invites during the pre-draft process, but I'm told he's only going to visit a couple of those, and that's going to include the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. The Suns have the number 22 overall pick in the
LeBron's desire to play with his son adds another layer of intrigue to Bronny's draft prospects. If a team drafts Bronny, they might also secure one of the greatest players of all time, LeBron James, who could decline his player option and join whichever team drafts his son. So, with such high stakes, how did Bronny perform at the NBA Draft Combine? Despite his challenges, Bronny showed potential during the NBA Draft Combine. Initially ranked the number 98 prospect, Bronny had much to improve. His measurements revealed that he was 6 foot 1.5 inches without shoes, shorter than previously listed, but with a 40.5-inch max vertical and a 6 foot 7 inch wingspan. These measurements, combined with his performance in the on-the-move shooting drill, where he made 19 of 25 shots and finished second overall, gave scouts optimism about his future. In scrimmages, Bronny initially struggled, scoring only 4 points on 2 for 8 shooting. However, he remained composed during media interviews, displaying maturity and a realistic understanding of his career path. Bronny compared his game to players like Davion Mitchell, Derek White, and Drew Holiday, known for their defensive prowess and versatility. On the second day of the scrimmages, Bronny seized the opportunity, scoring a game-high 13 points and demonstrating his defensive skills. This performance earned him recognition as the player of the game and validated his potential at the professional level. His draft stock rose significantly, moving him from the 98th to the 55th overall prospect, making him a viable late second-round pick. Defensively, Bronny's got serious potential. He's tenacious, brings a great physical presence, and understands the game. High basketball IQ alert! This makes him a real force on defense, shutting down opposing guards and anticipating plays with his smart positioning. However, he faces challenges when matched against bigger wing players. While Bronny's tough enough not to get pushed around, his ability to switch and guard those more versatile scorers is still a bit of a question mark. His size might limit him defensively in some matchups, but overall, his skills suggest he'll be a defensive asset from day one. While defense is his strong suit, Bronny's offensive game presents a different story. Offensively, Bronny's game is less polished and poses the most significant hurdle in his journey to becoming a professional player. His statistics from his college season show that there's some refining to be done. Averaging just 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in 19.3 minutes per game, his shooting percentages were notably low at 36.6% from the field and 26.7% from beyond the arc. These numbers are underwhelming, especially considering the high shooting potential he displayed in high school. Here's the good news though, his shooting mechanics are solid. The issue seems to be more about finding his rhythm and consistency, which could be due to limited playing time during offseason. One thing that really shines through is Bronny's passing ability. Just like his dad's, he's got a great eye for the court and a natural talent for finding open teammates. But when it comes to handling the ball and driving to the basket, there's some space to grow. Creating his own offense can be a challenge right now. He needs to develop some moves to shake off defenders and get to the rim more easily. His first step and overall speed could use some work too, making it tougher for him to create separation. This makes it a bit easier for defenders to predict his moves and shut him down. Another area to watch is his mid-range game. His mid-range shooting is inconsistent, and he has not shown the ability to convert difficult shots at a high rate. To be a true offensive threat in the NBA, Bronny needs to develop that ability to create his own shot and knock down those tougher looks. Without that, defenses will have an easier time shutting him down. So given these observations, the question arises about the best path for Bronny's development. Should he stay in college or take a chance on the NBA now?
And they'd still be set in the fact that he's not an NBA player, and the only reason that we're talking about him is because of his last name. Now, there is some truth to that. That's where a lot of the intention comes from. But Bronny has done a good job of showing that he deserves to be on the radar. He was just as good as a lot of the other players that played 5-on-5.
One option is for Bronny to head back to college and find a program that can really help him grow as an offensive player. Think about it this way. A nurturing environment with strong competition is the perfect place to improve his dribbling, shooting, and overall offensive arsenal. College basketball offers that balance, a chance to work on his weaknesses while still playing against top competition. This could set him up for much greater success in the long run. On the other hand, if Bronny jumps straight to the NBA, there's a chance he might spend some time in the G League. Now, the G League is a fantastic development program, but for defense-first players like Bronny, it might not be the best place to refine his offensive skills. History shows that defensive specialists rarely make the jump to a long-term NBA career without a well-rounded offensive game. So staying in college and focusing on his offense could be a smarter move for Bronny's future. But let's be honest, comparing Bronny to his dad, LeBron James, isn't exactly fair. LeBron was already a star at 19 in the NBA, while Bronny is still figuring things out in college. LeBron had a physical and mental edge that Bronny doesn't have quite yet. Plus, at 6'4", Bronny is considered a bit undersized for his combo guard position. And let's not forget his unselfish nature, which sometimes makes him less aggressive on offense. The truth is, many kids of legendary athletes don't quite reach their parents' heights. Take Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, for example. He had a solid college career, but didn't quite translate it to the NBA. Shaquille O'Neal's sons, Sharif and Shakir, are talented players, but they haven't reached their dad's level of dominance. Bronny faces a lot of pressure to live up to a massive legacy, but his journey is unique and filled with its own challenges. So how good is Bronny James actually? There's no doubt Bronny has flashes of brilliance. He's athletic, defensively sound, and shows glimpses of his potential. However, his offensive game and consistency need work. While his performance at the draft combine was promising, his college career left room for improvement. The next few months are crucial. He'll be training with NBA teams and preparing for the draft. His future in the NBA depends not just on his talent, but also on finding the right team and development plan. And hey, if you're interested in seeing where Bronny lands and how he does, be sure to like this video and subscribe for updates. We'll be keeping a close eye on him.